Okay, so I guess my mic is working and we will start quickly. So today we want to look at BC 2017, and basically with BC 2017, it was It was 6 questions you answer 4 as usual. Previously, I think in the 90s, it was 5 questions you answer 4, I think. Yeah. I'd have to verify that. So let's look at the very first one. So BC 2019 June. BC 2019 June. This is June. Okay. So this is question 1. Let's look at question 1. Now question 1 says that in a class of 30 girls, 17 play football. Girls playing football, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's great. 17 plays football, 12 play hockey, and 4 plays board games. Draw a Venn diagram to illustrate the given information. That's I. How many girls play 1 or 2 of the games? That's your alpha. Beta, none of the 2 games. Okay, let me read it again. In a class of 30 girls, 17 play football, 12 play hockey, and 4 play board games. Draw a Venn diagram to illustrate your given information. How many girls play? So the sign there, this sign is called alpha. Okay, how many girls play 1 or 2 of the game? So we are going to look at the meaning of or in mathematics. Okay, so meaning of or in mathematics. And then we also have n. Both of this, they have their meaning in mathematics. So we are going to look at that. I will explain that shortly before. And then none of the 2 games. So none of the 2 games basically means that there should be a complement part of this set or Venn diagram. Okay? So let's go ahead. With every typical Venn diagram question, we would have to name the parameters. So to name the parameters, we are going to state that let U be number of or girls in the class. Close that. Then you say NF will be those who play football. Okay, and then N into brackets, H will be those who play hockey. Okay, then we'll go ahead. Now that we've done this, the next thing we need to do is to draw a Venn diagram. So we are going to draw a Venn diagram nicely over here. Please pardon me if my Venn diagram is crooked, but you need to use a pair of compasses and a rule to do this. Okay, so we have our first circle. Remember, Venn diagram, your circles are supposed to overlap. We have our second one. Then we're going to fix in this parameter. So we have U being equal to 30 because the question gave us U. Okay? So U being equal to 30. And then we have to name the circles we've drawn. So we'll say n into bracket f equals, from the question we have 17. And then we have n into bracket h equals 12. Are we okay? Now they said that both 4 students played both. Okay? So to go ahead, we know that this side of the Venn diagram represents only. Okay? So the blue side represents only. I'm doing all this so that you can get the full understanding. And then the red side, only hockey. Are we okay? And then we have the middle to be both games. Okay, so the girls, super girls, they play both games. That's very good. So if we have both games, then it basically means to find the only, we need to subtract the both games from the total number of students, because the total number of students who play football, whether they play football or hockey or just football, they are 17. Okay, so we are going to do the subtraction in order to find only those who play football. So in order to do that subtraction, we're going to write 17 minus 4. And we're going to do the same thing here, 12 minus 4. Okay, in order to get the only. So having that means that the number of students who play only, that's also clear, let me change it. Number of students who play only football will be 13, and the number of students who play only hockey will be 8. Okay, good. Now, we are saying that we should find the number of students who play hockey one game. So one game basically, or yes, let me explain the or. Or means you add, and means you multiply when it comes to these things. Okay, so the statement says that, let me bring this one. The statement here says we should find what? Number of students who play one or two games. So it means you have to find the number of students who play just one game and the number of students who play two games. So it basically means that our alpha, solving our alpha, is going to be first you have to find only one game. Which is 13 as we've established for football. Okay, so I'll say football only. Let me clean this and write it all. I think the blue is not that visible, so let me use another color, brighter color. We'll say alpha, only one game, and we'll have to find football, only football, that's 13, and only hockey, that's 8. So only one game, so only one game will be (13 plus 8). Good. Now 13 plus 8, that's for only one game, but our requirement says only one game or two games. So let's find what? Two games. The 2 gains represents the both, so which is the same as 4. Okay, so we're going to use this 4, we're going to add it to this one to solve for the statement. So the statement, only 1 or 2 gains will be 13 plus 8 plus 4, and that's going to give us 25. So we are done with number 1. Remember, as I said, when it comes to OR, it means what? Addition. And means multiplication. So please, let's take note. Let's not forget that. Whenever there's a mathematical statement and we see 1 or 2, 1 or 2, it means you're adding those events. Okay, when it comes to probability, we'll look at more of that. Now let's look at the B, which is beta, sorry. The B is beta. This is beta, the symbol for beta. So we are going to look at the B, beta. I'm going to write with blue. I'm going to write with a lighter blue so that you can see very well. The B says that we should find the number of students who played none of the game. None of the game. So to find the number of students who played none of the game, you have to find the number of students who played all the game and subtract it from the total number of students. Okay? So let's find the number of students who played all the games. So number of students who play a game. Okay, who play a game. And that will be, we have the only people, the both people, and then the only people for this side. So it becomes what? 13 plus 4 plus 8. Okay, so this represents the number of students who play the game. Now we have to subtract that from the total. So it will be total minus number of students who played. So again, we don't care whether it is both games or it is just one game. So the total which we know is 30 minus the number of students who played again, and it will be 30 minus 25, and that 30 minus 25 will have our answer to be 5. So our 5 is actually our complement, and they played none okay, they played none of the game. And remember that 5, you have to fix it here. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes, or no, 5 minutes is too much. I'll give you just 1 minute if you need to copy. So quickly copy. So whilst you copy, don't forget to like this video. Everyone watching should like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I can come online at any time and teach. So once you subscribe and you hit the bell beside the subscription button, anytime I come online, you know I'm online. Okay, so don't forget to do that. Like the video, share the link with friends, family, your church group, your family group. Anyone you know will benefit from this lesson online. Please share the link with them so that they can benefit from it. Don't keep it to yourself. Okay? Don't keep it to yourself. So I think our 1 minute is up. We are going to move to the next question. The next question Is this beautiful diagram that presented itself in 2017. It's not so difficult. Now, it's not drawn to scale. So if they say 14 centimeters, what this means is that not drawn to scale. What it means is that if they say 14 centimeters and you take your ruler and you measure this, it's not supposed to be 14 centimeters. That's the meaning. Okay? That's the meaning of not drawn to scale. So let's read our question and start. We have in a diagram A, B, C, D is a circle of radius 14 centimeters, okay, and center O. Line BO is perpendicular to the line AC. When they say something is perpendicular, it means it is what? Very straight, so it is 90 degrees, okay, relating to that particular line. So it means line BO and what? AC will create 90 degrees on both sides. That's the meaning, perpendicular. So when they say perpendicular, perpendicular 90 degrees, okay? Good. Calculate the total area of the shaded region or portion. So this is the shaded region they are saying we should calculate. Okay, in the shaded region they are saying we should calculate. So if that's the shaded region, let's quickly go ahead and solve this. So solving this, basically we have been given pi to between 2/7. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is to find the area of this triangle. So I'll name it A. And then you need to find the area of this semicircle, okay, which is A2. Then you need to find the area of this circle, okay, area of this circle, which is A3. So we have to find all these things. Now when we are done, we are going to add A1 and A2, the area, and then we are going to subtract it from A3. Okay? Good. So let's go ahead and the very first one, let's find A1. Now A1, which is area A1, solving it will mean that triangle. A1 is a triangle. Okay? And you have to find the area. And then the area of a triangle is half the base times the height. Okay? Now to identify the height has been given to us. The height has been given to us in the question. Sorry, my internet is misbehaving, so I want to check on it quickly. Now, yes, it's back. The height has been given to us, but they intentionally didn't write any unit. This is the height. And technically, remember, when you have a circle, and this is the center of the circle, any line that moves to the side is the radius. Okay? So when you look at this closely, this is the same radius that is forming the height. Okay? And here, they said that radius is equal to 14. So they won't tell you that this is the height, but technically that's the height. Are we okay? Technically that's the height, so it means our height is 14 centimeters. Okay? And then to find our base is double the radius, which is definitely the diameter of the circle. So this is our base of the triangle, because the triangle goes this way. Okay, so our base will be 14 plus 14, which will give us 28. Okay, so we now know our parameters. We'll say where base equals 28 centimeters, height equals 14 centimeters. Please, even for BEC, you have to say this. You have to say all this, okay? Let me write this well. Because for BEC, you have to state which one is your base and which one is your height. Don't just go and substitute it. Because if you substitute it, the examiner does not know what you are trying to substitute or which is which or where you got the answers from. Okay, so it be sorry about that. I'm going to fix in the values, so it becomes half of what? 28 times what? 14. Okay, so remember it's multiplication throughout, so we can cancel. So 2 go here, 1, 2 go here, 14. So we have 14 times what? 14 times 1. It will be the same thing, so we don't have to really bother about it. Okay, we don't have to really bother about it. And that gives us 196 centimeters. Okay, so this is our area for what? The triangle. So let's move on and look at area for the semicircle. And to find the area of a semicircle, basically, it's half of the circle. Okay? So we know the formula for finding a circle, right? Good. The formula for finding a circle, so let's apply this. The formula for finding a circle is pi r squared. Okay? Now, if I should explain further, this is a circle. Okay? And it is what? The full thing is pi r squared. If I divide this into 2, dividing into 2 means it's a semicircle. Okay? Yes, centimeter squared. Thank you very much, Irama. So if I should divide this into 2, this will give me half of the circle. So to find the area of a semicircle, basically, we have to divide this into 2. Okay? So basically, we have pi to be 22/7. We know our radius to be 14 because it has been stated. Okay? So we can continue to say half, but we have to state our pi is 22/17. Our radius is r. So times what? 22/7 times what? 14 times 14. Okay? So quickly, to make this half go away, we will just cancel. So this 2 will go 1, this 2 will go 11, and then we'll write it down. So it becomes 1 times 14, no, 11/14. Okay? 1 times 11/14. 11/7 times what? 14 times 14. Okay? Now, this 7, because it is multiplication throughout, we can go ahead and cancel 7 here, 1, 7 here, 2. Writing this, I will have 1 times 11 times 2 times 14. Okay? So solving this, this is going to give us 22. 1 times 11, 11, 22. 22 times 14. 22 times 14 should give us, let's solve it, 2, 2, 14, 4 here, 8, 4 here, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, so we have 8, this will give us 0, so that's our area for the semicircle. So let me bring it here, 308 centimeters squared. Now let's go ahead and look for the 3, the area for the circle itself. So area 3, which is circle. Okay. So area 3 is pi r squared. which is pi r squared. Now pi r squared basically will have, we've already done it, so it's the same thing here. We just have to ignore the half. So it becomes 22/7 times what? 14 times 14. Okay? We'll go ahead and cancel. So this will cancel to give us 1, this will cancel to give us 2. So now we'll have 22 times what? 14 times 2. Okay? 44 times 14. Let's quickly do that calculation. When we do that calculation, we should have 616 centimeters squared. Remember I told you that you would technically have to add this whole area, okay, to this whole area. So it means we are adding area 1 and area 2. So area 1 plus area 2. So that's going to give us 196 plus 368. Okay? And then when we add, let's do the addition here, 308196. You have to go. So we'll go from a 2, this will give us 10. We'll go from a 9, this will give us 18. 18, when we subtract, that will give us 12. So please hold on, my internet is. Oh, isn't that? So when we do addition, we should, let me redo this. Let me redo this as addition. So I think I was a bit distracted. While subtracting. So addition 308196. Yeah. And we'll get 4. We'll do that's 0, 5. Yeah. So this will be what? 504. Okay. And I said that the thing should be 3, area 3 minus what? The sum of area 1 and area 2. This is one way to solve this. Another way is just straightforward. Just forget about the, let me finish and then we'll talk about that. So area 3 was 1616 minus 504. When we do this calculation, we should have, I think, 112 centimeters squared. Okay, so basically this is the area for the shaded portion. So portions, they said portions because there's a break here. Okay? Said portions because there's a break there. Okay. So because of that break, they said portions. So this is like you're adding the two portions. So if you want to find out the area for just one, just this one, okay, you would have to divide this answer by 2. But we're not told to do that. Another way to solve this is basically to ignore the total circle, which is area 3, find the semicircle, and then find the triangle, and then you subtract. So we could have gotten our answer by simply subtracting this from this. Okay, so it means 308 minus 196 will give us 112 centimeters, which is the same answer. So that's a better shortcut. But so as I said at the beginning, there are 2 ways to solve this. Okay, there are 2 ways to solve this. So take the semicircle off, take the triangle off, find the area of the semicircle, find the area of the triangle, you subtract. It should give you the same answer. Or, in order not to get confused or think too much, just break everything apart. So in this particular diagram, we have a circle, we have a triangle, and then we have a semicircle, which is at the top. At the down, sorry. We have a semicircle, which is at the down. Okay? Okay, so these two semicircles will come together to form this thing you see. Okay, so that's the area. And then the circle fixed in gives you this portion. Okay, so when you take this portion out of it, what will be left? Technically, that's the first thing, and that's what they want you to do. So, 1 minute if you have anything to copy. Okay, 1 minute if you have anything to copy. So I guess 1 minute is up. Let's move to the next lesson. The next lesson, we have a question from statistics. And statistics is one of the favorite topics because it's straightforward and you can actually get a lot of marks, if not all the marks, a lot of marks from this particular topic. So I really wish every student to give more attention to this topic, because when you check through the past questions, you realize that statistics repeats itself almost every year. If it is not a question about pie charts, then it will be bar chart, sometimes stem and leaf plot. Okay, and these things are basically simple. Once you get the technical know-how of how to do it, you don't have an issue. Okay, so let's move on. Now, solutions. We'll read a question very soon. So our solution, the table below, this time around is on this side, okay? So the table below shows the ages of students admitted in a hospital. Use the information to answer the following questions. What is the modal age? Now we need to know the meaning of the modal age. Modal age means most children. Okay? So on the table we can even see our modal age. Okay, good. But there are some technicalities. You can't just write 10. You have to write 10 or age 10. Okay, because it's word problem, you have to complete it. They said the modal age, so you can't just write the modal age is 10. The modal age is age 10. Okay, because it's like someone's age, technically. So modal age, and then they said calculate correct to 2 decimal place. So find out what this means also when we are solving. The mean age of the students. The mean age of the students. The mean age of the students. So let's go ahead quickly and dive deep. So the very first one, which is my I. Okay? I. Now to find the mean, we need to have our frequency table. Okay, our frequency table. The modal age, you can't write the number 10 basically because it is in reference to age 13. Okay, so our modal age is 13 years. Our modal age is 13 years. So the I will basically mean you write, since you can get it from the table, this is the highest frequency, as I said earlier on. The highest frequency is linked to what? The modal age, which is what? 13. So it becomes modal age equals what? 13 years. This is good enough, okay? But if you want to put in a statement form, that's fine. That's awesome. Okay? Now let's go ahead and look at the other part of the question that requires us to find the median. Now, to be able to find the median, when you state the formula for the median, okay? Now the symbol for median is an X with this on top of it. Some people make a mistake of, okay? They make a mistake of confusing it with pi, okay? So the symbol for median, mean. The symbol for mean is this, okay? When I finish this and we have time, I'll talk about how to find the median of this particular data. So it's sigma f x over sigma f. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very, very important so that we can help each other out, okay? And as I said, when you subscribe, it also encourages me that yes, people are watching, people are following, so I should do more videos. Okay? So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the channel. Okay, so let's move on quickly. Now when you look at this closely, this symbol means total. Okay, this symbol means total. Are we okay? So if that symbol means total, then basically it requires us to find fx. Okay, fx, and we can only get fx by doing what? Frequency table. Okay, so we have to do our frequency table. For frequency table, the very first thing that comes on the table will be your age, which is your x. Then the tally comes, and then your fx. Now, let's pay attention. When a table is given to you, okay, you don't need to do tally because it's in a table form. But if it's given to you as raw data as 10, 10, 11, 12, 1, 10, 10, that way, that's a raw data, then you have to do a tally. Okay, so with this one, we're not going to do a tally, we are going to go straight ahead. Okay, and then draw this table. Nicely, yeah, that's my nicely. So this will be our age, which is what? X. Okay, and then this will be our tally. This technically this is supposed to be our tally, but you let me do the tally, and then we have our frequency, which is F. Okay, and then we have fx. Okay, now let's put the ages on the table. I don't know why today there are a lot of distractions. 10, 11, 12. The dogs are barking. I don't know, some weird birds are just screaming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So when 5 you cross 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 cross. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And add 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the reason why they don't want you to do the tally, that's why they give the table, is that these figures are high. So if you're going to do the tally, it's going to be time wasting. So 5, 5, then you add 2. 5, 5, and add 3. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, cross making 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, cross making 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, cross 1, 2, 3, 4 cross 1, 2, 3, 4 cross. So now we'll go ahead and write our frequency. Okay, now it becomes frequency obviously 5. Oh, sorry. The tally is not supposed to be like that. Sorry about that. Sorry. I was rather looking at the wrong thing. So the tally basically is supposed to be our frequency. Okay. Tally basically is supposed to be our frequency. So with this one, in order not to get confused as I got confused, 5, 1, 7, 10.